Driven from their homes by armed invaders, a few hardy refugees faced the prospect of starting again. They would found a new village deep in the countryside. With a new settlement established, the first priority was locating a reliable food source. The simplest source was gathering from nature.
Yaru, Gadriende.
Each weather.
With a healthy supply of food, the village could start to grow. To do so, it would need more hands to share the work.
Quetta. Huh? Yaru.
Yaru.
Hestes. Apple.
Somewhere. Quetta, huh? Gadriende. Quetta.
The new workforce could now turn to the growing village's needs. First, they would build a mill near their food source, so villagers could drop off gathered berries more easily.
Where can?
Hira!
That way. Huh? Where can they?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Dawn. Hestes.
Next, the growing village would need wood to build with.
Yeah. Yes, Sammy Ende.
Yaru. Yuende. Pathway off. Wardo.
The growing community now had a steady supply of lumber. To make wood collection easier, villagers could erect a lumber camp near the forest.
Work end day.
Huh? Work end day. You end day.
Thanks to the camp, villagers no longer needed to travel as far to drop off lumber. The village now required additional houses to support its growing population.
Yeah. Waiter. Work end day.
Quetta.
Work can.
Quetta. Work on.
Yeah, that. Yeah, work that. Done. Work end day.
With additional housing in place, even more villagers could join the workforce. But a populous village would soon exhaust the natural food sources. To grow, the community needed dedicated farms.
Yeah. Work end day. Yaru. Done. Work on.
Huh? Huh? Yeah, work that. Yaru. Yeah, work that. Where can?
Huh? Quetta. Wudu. Yeah.
Woodsmen and farmers now kept the village well supplied.
Chafara.
Further growth required knowing the countryside and finding more resources. For that, communities employed scouts.
Abendende.
Estes. Or end day. Yes, Sammy end day.
Yaru. Teacher Willa. Forowa. Hersa. Yeah.
Able to move quickly and see great distances, scouts were key to discovering new resources. The most important thing for a scout to locate was a ready source of gold.
Quetta. Yeah. Huh? Anrad.
To prevent having to haul ore large distances, expanding communities would establish a mining camp near the source of gold.
Yeah. Work end day. Yeah. Work end day. Ridera. Ridende. Gande.
A well-placed camp ensured efficient gold mining. With a good supply of gold, the village was becoming a large town. The signpost of this growth would be the construction of a large landmark.
Quita. Work and day. Quita. Work and day. Yaro. Where can? Ha. Huh? Where can they? Here the worker. Huh? Where can they? Yeah, they got the lender. Yeah.
Huh? Where can they?
There you worker.
Each brookie that.
With the landmark in place, the once sleepy village announced itself as a thriving feudal township. The townsfolk had been driven from their homes before, however. This time, they would defend themselves.
Cheerless hair. Yes.
The first step would be constructing a barracks for infantry.
Each a worker. Inshallah. Fije obviously.
Once it had a barracks, the town could establish a standing force of soldiers. Simple infantrymen armed with spears were a common choice for these militias.
Got we go. Yardway. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yardway. God we got. God we got. Yardway. Yes, sir. God we got.
The town now had a militia and could look to reclaim the lands lost to invasion. The invaders had blocked the road north with a stout palisade. Although spears were of little use against these walls, the militia could burn down the obstacle with torches.
Each way, lad. Forca, Firas!
Ridera hurra!
Here's been the shield candy!
road open, the militia could now reclaim their lands in the north.
Mid-May.
First, the spearmen had to deal with a lone sentry.
Hurra!
Advancing aggressively, the militia eliminated the enemy sentry. The invaders had a small cavalry camp guarding the road, but the militia was ready to attack.
Garu. Farath. Yerwath Garwigan. Yes, sir.
Und Bundestrahlung!
Yerwath Garwigan.
Spears were highly effective against cavalry, allowing the militia to win the day. All that remained was to destroy the invaders' stables.
A swift slaughter campaign!
The invaders' cavalry post was destroyed, but other enemy positions awaited further up the road. Hostile archers defended the next camp, which would put spearmen at a disadvantage. The township needed cavalry of its own to deal with this, and so would need to build stables. To deploy that cavalry quickly, the town needed to build their stables near the front lines. Fortunately, friendly villagers came out of hiding and joined the effort.
Your way, Yoala.
Yes, sir.
We sind doch shooting it! That's Shula Bill Timbred!
Yes, sir. West Duhala. Your way, Yawaller. Fair done. Each bouquet that.
With stables in place, the town could field horsemen of its own.
Chairless for Friendly Heston.
Yeah, Yaro! Fremet Gun! Aknawa! Failed me! Yaro!
Mid-May!
Shartende! Du! Mit Hester! You won it way!
Cheerless here.
Yeah,
Team.
Yaro!
Yes, sir. Understood.
You're in Hester. Ejoret Yaru. Yaru. Ejoret Yaru. The state of fast nu. You sadly at
The town now had a rapid light cavalry,
Ritanu.
skilled at harassing slower targets, such as archers.
Eat your willa.
Women, come.
The cavalry eliminated the enemy archers and moved on to destroying the archery range itself.
Ejoretas Yarwe.
The invaders' archers and their camp were destroyed. A final enemy emplacement remained, one fortified with palisades and defended by spearmen. To deal with this target, the town would need longbowmen. First, they needed to build archery ranges in the area regained from the invaders. Once more, friendly villagers arrived to help.
Wasting dog shooting it! Each way! Each timbre fails.
Garwigan Asetta. Each will.
Yarward. Yes, sir.
Area Huerta. Oh, Veradon. Veradon.
With several archery ranges in place, the town could add longbowmen to its forces.
Swa is Shetende. Strelboren! On Styria! Strelboren! Strelboren! Javarod! Strelboren! Jarod! Abuga! Strelboren! Strelboren! Jarod! Strelboren! On Lisa! Strelboren! Jarod! Strelboren! On Ganga! Strelboren! Jaru! Strelboren! Sinte!
A strong force of archers could eliminate enemy spearmen at a distance, so long as they took the proper position.
On Styria! Strelboren!
You need to know. Readeth Aeradus.
Garubu! Yes, sir?
Yarway Iasona.
Abuga! Strelboren! Gath! Strelboren! Strelboren! Verith! Haragongath on way!
Aeradus Yahweh. Each a folly. Tremeth Garu.
Pastira! Garwiga!
Estes commende. Sooner.
Gillar Wiath. Haragongat on way.
Grafiken Asarinu.
Jedite opa. Ichiera.
Your way, Yawaller. Fatima.
Poised on a cliff top, the longbowmen would be protected from an infantry charge. The last of the invaders fell to the resurgent homegrown population. Now that their lands were free of enemies, the town could take the next step in its growth and become a powerful medieval city. Here, too, the erection of a great landmark would be the signpost of this growth.
Each Timbra Theos.
Where a few lowly refugees had founded a small village, now rose a mighty city. From there would grow an empire.